get the parachute. He tossed it up in the air, threw it back over his head, and then parachuted down.
He comes down slower than any guy in the league. Driving. Down he goes, Isiah. We got a whistle. Isaiah's eyes cut badly. Oh, he took a blow to the head. Blood all over his forehead. Isiah Thomas. Karl Malone being separated. Here comes, off the bench, Walker throwing punches. They have to be restrained. And the referees are taking him off the floor. Chuck Daly's going crazy. Isiah Thomas hurt badly. Chuck Daly has to be restrained by Eddie Middleton. Chuck Daly, Eddie Middleton holding back. Isiah on the floor, and the trainer works over him. And Brendan Sir and Chuck Daly being pushed back by Eddie Middleton. Oh, baby, already with only 4.5 minutes gone by, Tibbers Flair here. Boy, he went down hard. Isiah Thomas, here is that play. He went to the right. Eaton jumps out on him. Isiah gets by him. Karl Malone, bam, right there with a right elbow. Caught him across the head, the forehead, and down he went on his back.
Well, you really can't say if that was intentional or not. He went up with his arm like to block the shot, go straight up. He didn't go up to throw. He really turned his back on the play. So it's hard to say whether or not that was intentional or not.
But the right elbow caught Isiah, and down he goes. But he's on his back. They're still working over him with his head coach Chuck Daly.
From the plate now.
Karl Malone stands behind Jerry Sloan alongside the Jazz bench. Everybody on the floor watching and waiting. Went out there firing away.
Dennis Rodman is beckoning that they'll throw Karl Malone out of the ball game.
No way.
And it's, I don't know how they can do that, because they'll have to say that it was intentional, and it doesn't look intentional on the replay.
Well, it's just a two-shot foul. It's called. So they're still waiting. Driving right south. His intention to go all the way for the layup. He got by Eaton. Then the forearm and the right elbow of Karl Malone as he turned his back. Down he went on his back.
He's ejected from the game.
Oh, who's being ejected from the game? Well, they're putting Karl Malone out of the game. They're ejecting Karl Malone from the game. Flagrant foul.
Detroit will retain possession.
Two-shot foul, flagrant. Karl Malone has been ejected, and Detroit retains possession.
All right, for the record, let's review Saturday night's collision one more time. Karl's elbow did cut Isiah Thomas over his left eye, but did Malone throw the elbow with vicious intent? Karl says no.
You know, I never degraded anybody. I never went at anybody intentionally and things like that. And I'm not going to get into one of those things where going back and forth. Like I said, I hope Isiah's okay. Hey, when you play in the NBA, you do get bumped. You get bumped hard. It's just one of those things where I have to go on with my career and my life, and I'm not going to make it hard on anybody.
Now remember, Karl plays aggressive. That's why he's a four-time All-Star. But the NBA is making a big push to cut down on violence in the league, especially when blood is spilled. And Malone may be their biggest statement yet.
I just think it's a bad decision. I don't want to fuel any flames or any fires. That's counterproductive. We're all in the business together to build the league. I just happen to feel that this decision was not one that I can make any sense out of.
Malone can't make much out of it either. All he knows is he's out $10,000 and will miss tomorrow night's game in Charlotte.
Hey, it was pretty steep, but I think the thing about it, I had worse things happen to me in my life, and it's one of those things where you got to go head on, because you know you can't fight the system or nothing like that. You just got to play, and hey, if they see what was justified, that's what they saw. But I know in my heart what happened. I don't play like that, and I don't have to.